Hello everyone and welcome to this new episode where we will see together the myths and legends around the strange visitors of Maria Costa. This story takes place on August 23rd, 1971. Maria da Costa was preparing her meal as usual when at some point she will notice a strange stain on the floor. A little intrigued, she's not really going to pay more attention to it, but once she finishes her meal, she's going to get closer, little by little, and the closer she gets, the more she feels like she's seeing a face appear. At first, she's very skeptical and will think that it is her imagination that is playing a trick on her, or even that she may be getting sick. But to make sure of what she sees, she will call her neighbors, and they too will witness this strange face. When they get there, they will find out. Terrible spectacle. They report that they saw the strange face appear and disappear in the soil of their neighbors.
His face appeared and then disappeared into the ground. We didn't know what was going on. And then another face and yet another person didn't understand.
Following this first appearance, many other faces will appear at Maria da Costa. But despite that, she will still be very skeptical. She's not really trying to figure out what's going on. All she wants is for the strange faces to disappear. And to her it's just simple tracks. In fact, over time she recounts that she tried to clean the strange faces with different detergents. Despite all her attempts and the different products she used, every time she managed to erase the traces of a face, he would reappear shortly or in another place. So, after a while, the phenomenon will still start to worry her, but she will make a radical decision: redo the entire kitchen floor. So my son will completely dismantle the floor and put a new slab of fresh cement. But soon after the work is done, new faces will appear and there will be even more than before. Maria Costa will therefore call several people to try to understand the phenomenon. Quickly, the news will spread in the media and there will be many people who will go to the places, try to discover the origin of this phenomenon. There were several hundred priests who would go to the scene to witness the scene. And in the end, the Da Costa family was even forced to call the police, and they no longer felt safe at home. There were people who kept coming home to try to observe the faces without even allowing them to go home. At some point, there will be several scientists and experts who will look into this case, and they will also make the decision to redo the entire kitchen floor to try to understand the phenomenon. Once they have redone the entire kitchen floor, they will completely seal the house as well as the door and windows that led to the kitchen. Basically, they have blocked all access and they will wait more than 3 months before returning to the scene. Yet despite all the measures they have taken, when they will reopen the room, they will find the unimaginable. They will manage to list more than 17 new faces, and despite further investigation, they will find no explanation for these strange apparitions. The only thing they'll quite rationally determine is that the tracks came from the basement and not above. Essentially, no one came to paint the faces directly on the cement slab. With no other solution, the Da Costa family will approve excavations under the kitchen slab. Sadly, these excavations will uncover a grim discovery. The house was built on a 13th century cemetery. And during the excavations, they will even find many bones of decapitated children. Some investigators even managed to find old photos of children who were allegedly tortured in the house during the Civil War. In front of these new discoveries, experts will give them a new explanation. People who would have known a violent death could have impregnated the place with a terrible energy, and it would be this energy that would manifest itself so that people would try to capture them and understand what they want. According to them, these faces may be trying to communicate. But if they are, not everyone who has looked into the subject has been able to determine what the message was or even who wanted to communicate with them. For all studying the phenomenon, agreement is unanimous. If a face vanished, it reappeared in a different place and expression. Astonishingly, these expressions seem linked to Maria da Costa's emotions, a phenomenon termed plastic TV. Maria Costa would receive the complaints. Souls that have been tormented in this house, and it would materialize as a face. Maria da Costa passed away on August 3rd, 2004. Throughout her life, she will have remained very skeptical and will explain and did not really understand why he was chosen and why it was she who received his messages. In less than 45 years, more than 3,000 faces will be identified. And even today, the last faces that would have appeared before his death would still be there, but there would be a very sad expression. When Maria da Costa died, her house was put up for sale, and because of her reputation, she would not have found a buyer. Still, there are still thousands of people who would have come to visit her just to see her strange faces. And in my opinion, this house will remain uninhabited for a long time, until we can solve its mystery. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to tell me in the comments, and if you have other topics like that, you want me to cover it in the next videos. If you are interested in myths and legends, you can go see episodes where you can like, share, and you can pause. We find in the next video. It was Quack on Fire. Peace out.